everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk to you all about how I got into the entertainment industry as a Latina with zero connections. This video is going to be very chit-chatty, so I will be talking a lot and it will probably be a little long, but it'll be a good one. This one has been weighing in my heart to do for a long time, and now is the time. So get buckled up, get some popcorn, grab something to drink. We're gonna be here for a while. I wanted to do this video because when I was in college, I was a little lost and was navigating how to get into the entertainment industry, and I jumped on YouTube, saw someone's video, and because of that person, I was able to join a couple of the organizations that she mentioned, and it really helped me get into the industry. So I'm not saying that through this video you'll get into the industry, but maybe, hey, maybe it'll help in some way. So I hope you like this video, and let's get started. I am filming this video after my 9 to 5, so it's currently 6 and the sun just sort of went down. So I have my light just in case. I wanted to start with my intro just so y'all can get to know a little bit about me. I'm Latina, not from Puerto Rico. This is just my shirt from Bad Bunny's merch. And growing up, I've always said I wanted to be in entertainment. I remember my brother growing up, he would be like, not me. And I would be like, I want to be in entertainment. I used to see it as something that was too high to achieve. I would be like, oh, there aren't many people like me, so why would I be there? And so I always knew that like I would get there, I just didn't know how. I knew it would be really hard because like even now there's not many Latinos. It's a few of us, but there needs to be more. And so yeah, turns out I made it, y'all. I made it. I'm in. Shout out to the people who've helped me though. I wouldn't be here without my mighty God, first of all. For you guys that don't know, I work in sales at Paramount, and for a long time, ever since I was little actually, Paramount has been my dream company. So the fact that I get to say that now, it's become normalized in my life to be like, oh, I work at Paramount. But when I was little, even in college, I was like, oh my God, I got a job at Paramount, you know? So now I'm not ungrateful, but I am used to it. But I do want to talk about things that I did in college that helped me get my internship at Paramount Pictures and now my full-time role. I do want to talk about my college experience. I went to California State University, Northridge. To say the least, it's a state school. Like, we're not talking about Ivy Leagues here. And so I'm one of few that represents a Cal State making it big into the industry, you know? So I love that for us because I feel like even when I accepted or committed to going to CSUN, many people were like, you're going there? Like, yeah, I'm going there. Are you in the industry? No, just like, I feel like whether you go into an Ivy League school, whether you go to state school, whether you go to community and then go to another school, if you want to get to an industry, you just got to put in some hard work and then you'll get it. It's not, oh, only people in Ivy Leagues get to go into the industry. That don't matter anymore. There's a lot of competition. We know the job market is tough right now. It's been tough for a minute actually. Even when I was applying, it was hella tough. So we're not gonna lie about that. But I will say, I was a commuter student. My school, Cal State Northridge, is known for being a commuter school. Like, there are a lot of people who dorm, a lot of people who get apartments. I was a commuter student along with my twin brother because we went to the same school. But yeah, it was fun. It was vibes. I mean, I don't regret anything. I'm happy with where I am in life right now, and I'm so excited for my future. But like, my college journey was nowhere near partying, drinking, smoking. I didn't do any of that because my first priority was like, my first job straight out of college needs to be in entertainment. No ifs, whats, and buts. I am not doing anything else other than getting my booty in the entertainment industry. And shout out to Jesus, because I made it. I feel like I wouldn't have made it if I didn't prioritize that, like have that as my main thing. And also, like, I don't really care about my grades. Like, let me just say, C's get degrees, and so I got some C's. I would say get experience and then you'll get that job. Getting good grades and all is great, and if you're that person that loves getting good grades, that's good for you. I give those people props, because to me, I was like, as long as I pass with a B or a C, like, I wasn't tripping too much if I didn't get all A's, because I was like, in entertainment, they're not looking at my grades. They're looking at what companies have you interned for, what leadership skills do you have, soft skills, hard skills, who do you know? My major was marketing. My minor was hospitality and tourism. Best of the best. I loved my minor. But I do want to talk about the programs that I did join in college. These were programs outside of my university. No, my university did not tell me about these programs. I found out through a YouTube video, similar to, you know, you're watching me. As a freshman in 2019, just at home, I believe I was home, and I searched up how to get into the entertainment industry on YouTube. First video, this girl talks about two of the programs that I got into in college, and those are basically organizations for students of color, and greatest thing ever. The first one that I want to talk about, this one dear to my heart, I love this one, is EBF, which is Emma Bowen Foundation. But every resource, everything that I tell you in this video that you'll need links for, I will have them below in my description box. So don't fret, I will give those to you, because I don't gatekeep. EBF, my favorite program ever. That one, they basically like give you so many resources, whether that's interview prep, Zoom etiquette, or like in-person etiquette, anything that you need in regards to like training or like resume review or networking. Like, they got you. They got people there, professionals. Their networking circle is so big, it's so great. EBF has this thing where, like, if you get in and I get in, we're called fellows because we know each other. We're in the same organization. So I met so many fellows through like online, and now I have them on Instagram, and we like just catch each other up on life, and it's so fun. And now that I'm at Paramount, I found out my bestest guy friend, it was part of EBF, and then one of my girls got a job at Paramount, and then I remember she was a fellow, and I was like, my full circle moments. So yeah, it's just fun to see people that you like know that we're in the same organization, like in person or on social media, just thrive and live in their life. I just love it, and it's fun. It's like a little community. EBF is where it's at. For EBF and the next one that I will tell you about, you do need an interview, and for EBF, I believe you do need to write not a resume. You do need to write a resume, but you need to write like a statement or an essay. I don't know if it's changed now. I did it like a couple years ago, but that was my experience, and it was great, and I passed and I did it. It's not too hard, y'all. The second program, which is very similar to EBF, is called THF. This one is called T. Howard Foundation. This one is very similar to EBF. Honestly, I think EBF has a bigger circle of people that join. I would say EBF and THF have partner companies like Paramount, Deloitte, Hearst, Telemundo, like so many big companies, you know, that you will want to probably be in or join or, you know, work for. Check them out. THF is that girl as well. Those are two organizations that I really love and I'm still part of. I'm part of their alumni, and it's been so fulfilling, and I just want to tell more people about it because I feel like they deserve the hype that they get, you know? And right now with everything going on, I feel like us people of color, we gotta stick together because it's hard out here. Now let's move on to other programs that I recommend. So if you're a girl, this is only for the girls, I'm sorry guys, But there's a program called Girl Wonder. If you're in the ages 18 through 23, I believe, you could join Girl Wonder. If you're outside of those ages, you can still follow them. I don't know. They sometimes post giveaways. They sometimes post like just entertainment career advice. They also have a LinkedIn where they post job recs, internship recs. So honestly, this could be for everyone if you just want to follow. But if you want to enter their program, that's more of like the age range. But I joined when I was a junior, I believe. Yeah, it was 2021. I joined their like Girl Wonder LA Academy. It was on Zoom. You get the vibes. And I met one of my precious girl. I love her. Her name's Olivia. But like, so great. Like, you meet so many girls that like, if you want community, oh, this is also like a Black organization. But they also accept like Asians, Latinas, basically any woman of color. So I just submitted an application, and then I got into the academy, LA Academy, whatever that thing was called, but I got into that program and they were super helpful. Such a wonderful organization. They're killing it out there with their content, with just uplifting women and being there for each other. It's so beautiful. And the last one is called IRTS. I never joined this one. I found out too late. Look, I kind of summarized it in my brain, but I don't really remember like what this program is about. So you apply to it, and I think the people that they choose is like a group of people, and then they fly you out to New York, and for 6 weeks, I think, is you get all these like workshops and meetings to prep you for like a role, I think a role, or like to be in the industry. You should check it out. And don't be like me. I applied too late and I wasn't even eligible. That one's really good. One of my friends did it. She was living her life in New York and she met so many great people, and like now she's in a whole other state, not New York. So I recommend that to y'all to join if you can. So moving on, I wanted to talk about networking because it is something that I did in college a lot. And by me saying that I had zero connections is the real truth, because I sort of applied to my now job. Well, I applied to my internship, let's start with that, with zero connections. I only knew one person, but even then I didn't reach out to her that I was applying. When I tell you I knew her from like the past, from one event that I attended at Paramount. Let me kind of start from the bottom. When I tell you I really wanted Paramount as my first job or as my first internship was the real truth. A while back, when Paramount was Viacom CBS, they used to do these summits where you could attend as a junior and a senior in college. Me, I was a freshman. And I sort of strategized my way into that event. They let me attend knowing that I was a freshman. I mean, I ended up signing up and I got to go to the Paramount lot. And the crazy thing was when I got to the event, they were like, "Are you a junior or senior?" And I was like, "I'm a freshman." And so luckily I got to go to that event, and that's how I got to know the connection I did have, sort of, the lady I knew. Fast forward to my junior year of college, I didn't know anyone. I mean, I knew her, I knew of her, I had her on LinkedIn, but I didn't reach out telling her, "Oh, I'm gonna apply to the internship," or I didn't even use her when I applied to my full-time job, because with connections, you're supposed to keep up with them, and with her, I just knew of her. I didn't really know. We didn't have a relationship, a connection, whatever it's called. At the time that I was applying to my internship, she was leaving Paramount to go to another company. So, I just applied by myself, and I got in with my hard work, my resume, my interview skills. But I will say, networking will be your best friend, whether you're looking into what type of career you want for your life, or if you're looking to connect with other people that have the role that you want. Networking is going to take you far, and you're going to meet so many great people. I will say my favorite thing in college was joining clubs. I think that made me get out of my bubble, get out of my shell, make new friends. I got to meet so many different people. I mean, like I said, I was a commuter student, so that was already hard in itself, having to like find time between my classes to join clubs or like meet people. So joining clubs saved my life, especially business clubs, because I was a business major, marketing. So I wanted to get to know, I wanted to network with people. I wanted to get to know people. I really wanted to find a job where I could see myself in. And so never did I think I would be in sales, but luckily that was the avenue that opened up to me for my full-time job. It is my first job out of college, so I'm very thankful that at least through sales I got this opportunity. But even for my internship, I got the role of my dreams. It was special projects and events internship filled with live events and movie premieres. It was just great. To continue off of that, I did get leadership positions. I had to. I mean, it was COVID time when I was a freshman, sophomore, and I was like, what am I gonna do with my life? Like, me and my brother, he was an accounting major, I was marketing, so we would jump on calls and people that were higher than us in levels would tell us, you guys need to get experience. Like, that's when they would tell us join clubs, get leadership positions, like start small then go up high, because that's how we would build our resume even while we're like on Zoom. And so my brother and I, like, we would sort of be in the same business groups or similar groups. We would just start by being a member the first semester, and then the next semester we joined, like, I was part of the social club where we would like create events and stuff. And another time I was part of like meetings. But like within those leadership roles, you learn various skills that, like, especially when we were remote, when we were on Zoom, it was tough. But that's how I gained my experience, and I got to really handle like groups of people and like prioritize, my homework, my exams, my extracurricular like leadership skills. So you learn a lot while handling and juggling a lot of things on your plate. I also had a part-time job on campus. I was a mentor, and it was fun, but it was a lot of work. I do want to say, I know there are people in college who don't have time to join a club or have a leadership position. So if you're working, like, add that to your resume. Make sure to count that, because like I remember someone saying like no experience is bad experience, because technically like you're still working towards something. It's not like you're going to class and then you're dipping and you're not doing anything. Like, even if you have side projects, let's say you create content and you want to go into social media in the future, like, that's something, or okay, I was a mentor, right? But I wanted to join event planning. Like, I would talk about how we would do events and how it would help plan and come up with ideas. If I wanted to go into event planning, how was I going to turn that experience into that experience? Moving into my internships that helped me gain experience. So I did touch upon that, previously, but I did want to tell you guys what my internship experiences were and what I did in them. So freshman year, I was very confused in what I wanted to do. I always knew I wanted to do event planning, but I just didn't know where to start, or like, especially being a marketing major, there's so much that you hear that you're like, what even is that? Like, what do I do? And so I was very lost a lot of the times in my college journey. So freshman year, I was like, I need to figure out what to do. And so I, funny enough, had followed Intern Queen, which is a marketing college agency, like influencer agency, on Instagram. And when I was about to give up, they posted like they were hiring for an intern, and so I applied and I got it, and I was their marketing intern. So it was fun. It was a little remote thing, but it was cool, and I got to go to their office one day. It was vibes. But later on, after that, I finished that internship, I was like, I don't want to go into the influencer world like this. Like, working is not necessarily like I worked with influencers. It was more like I reached out to them, and like I just didn't really like the scope of that. Like, that field of work is just not for me. Like, I want to be the influencer. But it was cool, and it was great as my first experience, especially finding out like what I wanted in a job and what I didn't, which is kind of the first step people tell you, is to get internships so you figure out what you do and don't like. So when you get your first job, you're not like stuck wondering what those things are. The next one that I got was my fave. Well, it was one of my favorites. This was the dream. My Paramount Pictures internship, which I told y'all I was a special projects and events intern. That was the dream, and I got it. The day I got that, it was the best day ever. I nearly cried. But I knew I was gonna get it because the interview process was so smooth and my team was so nice. But I did great, and it was a very like huge milestone in my life and in my career, and I'm so thankful. And from then I was like, I love the recruiters, and even now I'm friends with some of the recruiters, and my life has just been so great. And I'm very thankful for the fact that like people saw my resume and they were like, oh, we have to give her an opportunity. You know, not everyone is out to get you. There are people that are going to support you, and so I'm just happy that I got that opportunity. After my Paramount Pictures internship, I didn't get an extension. I need to get another internship because what my school did was, as senior year, you need to get an internship in either fall or spring. And I was like, I need to get an internship soon. And so you think after that it would be easy. Nope, I still got rejections. So it led me to get my unpaid my first unpaid internship, but this one was worth it. Like, it was fully remote, and I was like, well, I could do this with schoolwork. And it was honestly really great. And the people I met through there, especially the boss that I did have, she was everything. She was the best, sweetest thing ever. So, you know, I learned a lot, but I don't fully recommend an unpaid internship because you should be paid for what you do. Like, it's your time, it's your energy, it's your work. But also, sometimes you just gotta accept it. It was for NVE Experience Agency, and I was a production intern, so definitely a little different from what I was used to, but it was still very much in the event planning space. This NVE is an experiential like marketing agency, so it was definitely much in my element, and I loved it very much. All these experiences and my internship, my hard work, my sacrifices, my college journey led me to have my now full-time job, and I don't regret anything. I honestly love that I dedicated a lot of my time to pursuing my passions, to making friends, to making connections, to being social in my college journey, because now I get to have fun. Now that I have, you know, my full-time job, now that I'm in entertainment, I don't want to say that like my life is over, like I'm where I want to be, because I'm barely starting. Like, I have so much that I want to achieve from like where I'm at now, but I'm forever thankful for the way that God brought me to like where I am now. Now I get to travel, now I get to hang with my friends. Now I don't have to worry about anything. So I'm just very thankful and content that the Lord has brought me like this way, and that everything went how I was gonna go. But I do want to give a few bits and pieces and advice just for anyone that is watching and needs a little encouragement. I do want to say that everyone's journey is different. So the way I have been telling you about my journey, my experiences, and like giving you advice, it's not to say that if you follow everything that I tell you, you will automatically get a job like I did. I think now in time we're in a very different job market where like I did struggle in the sense that like I struggled during my last year of college to like really nail down a job. It wasn't until I had applied to this one that I'm now at that gave me the opportunity to be like, okay, they gave me the offer and that I was able to accept. I will say I almost thought I wasn't gonna get a full-time job out of college. I thought I was gonna struggle at one point. It was originally gonna be 2 people. I got a rejection in April, which was my birthday month. I got a rejection from this job that I have right now. But glory to God, 1 week before my graduation, he was like, here. The recruiter reached out to me. She was like, remember what we told you last time? Scratch that. We got approval to hire 1 more. I was like, thank the Lord. All things happen. I think I learned like what's meant for you is for you, and no one can take that away from you. Shout out to Jesus Christ. No one follows the same path. You could do similar things, and that could help you get like the job that you want or be in the industry. But if you follow my same path, like, most likely you won't, enter the industry that way, because everyone's journey is different. I also want to say that, like, in college, I very much remember someone telling me that, like, in entertainment, there's not a straight path. I mean, if you want to be a lawyer, if you want to be a doctor, even in accounting, like, there's a straight path as to how you can get there. But in entertainment, like, there's so many pathways, and, like, everyone will tell you everyone's path is, like, in, like, all different types of ways. You can't ever be for sure that, like, if someone tells you something or someone else tells you another thing, like, it'll be straight. Like, there's lots of curves, there's lots of bumps in the road, but I feel like if you really want it, you'll get there. I'm almost done, but I did want to say, for those of you who already graduated from college or are about to graduate or are just looking for opportunities in entertainment, I recommend following YEP on LinkedIn. YEP stands for Young Entertainment Professionals. And like I said, they're on LinkedIn. I will link them below. And I really like this organization because they're founded by Trevor, which he is the lead of the organization. He started it around the pandemic, like 2020 maybe-ish. And I remember he would, like, post on LinkedIn, and he would say, like, oh, today we're meeting on Zoom and we're gonna, like, network with each other if you want to join the entertainment industry. If you're already in the entertainment industry, it's a nice way to get to know people. And honestly, throughout the years, those networking opportunities have grown, have become bigger. And now I even tell my friends, like, there's literally gonna be one in 2 weeks, actually, from today. And I invited my coworkers, and so we're going along together. But, like, I'm telling you, I don't gatekeep. Like, I fully believe that if something is for you, it's for you, and no one can take that away from you. So I fully go with that with everything in my life. To go back with the app, yeah, those networking events are for, like, young professionals. So I love those events, and they're a fun way to meet new peeps. Last thing is that you can go find me on LinkedIn, but I'll make it easier for you. I'm dropping it in my description. I do want to say, if anyone wants to talk or chat more about any of these opportunities, wants more advice, or is just curious about more of my journey, or has any questions, or just wants to connect, because honestly, like I said, I don't gatekeep. So if you go on my LinkedIn, I love to be on LinkedIn. I treat it like Instagram or TikTok. I'm always scrolling, I'm always liking posts, commenting, reacting to people. It's just a fun way to show my support and also like jobs so other people can apply to those jobs or see those jobs. And I love just being like, that mentor side of me is still within me, forever is in me, where, I just want everyone to grow, and I just want everyone to be in the industry, in whatever industry they desire. But I know this video is specifically for entertainment industry, and I wouldn't be here without, like, most importantly, God, but also my family, my friends, my huge support system, and, like, the mentors and people that I did have around me when I needed them, and who made my resume great, because I wasn't great at my resume. That is all that I have for you all today, and I hope you got some good little tips and advice from this video. Please let me know your thoughts. Please let me know if you have any questions, any comments, anything else you want me to discuss, because this was kind of fun. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for clicking on this video, and I hope to see you next time, or on my LinkedIn. Follow my socials down below. Bye!